Hi, my name is Anna. I am co-founder of No Frames. Today we are filming our 8th interview in the series of interviews with Scottish entrepreneurs. But before get started and talk about coffee beans from Guatemala with our friend Javier from Caribbean Goods, let's spend some time in this lovely store with Scottish steel. As you can see, different skirts has different tartans. Tartan is a traditional Guys, what is tartan? Tartan is a specific colors which different clans in Scotland have as their very own. Here is a small purse which Scottish men can use to put on their kilt, and as I've been told, you can put a small bottle of whiskey inside to keep yourself warm during very cold Scottish winters. Hi guys, today we are filming our 8th interview in the series of interviews Scottish entrepreneurs, and our guest today is Javier. Javier is a partner in a Caribbean Goods, a company that import coffee from Guatemala.
Yes.
So Javier, thank you very much for taking time, and we know each other for a while, and it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, and I really appreciate that you find the time just talk with us about yourself and your business. So first of all, you are studied in Strathclyde University.
Yes, I did.
But you haven't joined the usual journey of entrepreneur from Strathclyde University, as we all did. So
Yeah.
you're not part of Rising Stars program.
Yes, I am not.
You're not, right?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Was it like a difficult decision for you to not choose being the part of this program, or it was a conscious decision that you want to be by yourself and very...
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I am part of the RBS Accelerator program.
Yeah.
So I am indeed part of a program. I chose not to be part of the Rising Star program just yet because I don't feel it's the right fit for me. But yes, I work in the offices before I was joining the space. Before I joined the accelerator. So I know Alan, I have good exposure to all entrepreneurs, but yeah, I don't think it's the right fit for me just yet.
So we can expect to see you there later.
Maybe.
What about RBS Accelerator? How it's going, and what you could say?
Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. I have my office there. So they do have a lot of sharing spaces. So there's a lot of amenities that the place has. Also, my manager, Beth, she has done an amazing job. She has actually guided me through a lot of difficulties.
Beth, I know her.
Yes.
It's the same lady with whom we had interview for the next cohort.
Perfect.
RBS Accelerator.
Perfect. I will be there for another 6 months. So
are you already expanded your contract?
Yes, for 6 more months, and they said yes. So I'm gonna be there for another 6 months. Yes.
News. That's cool. Yeah. What about other support? So you are not from here. You're from Guatemala.
Yes.
And do you feel Scotland is the right place to start a business for young entrepreneurs from other countries?
Well, I love Scotland. So the idea of me staying here is because I am in love with this place. I chose to study here. I chose to stay here. So Scotland is a very nice place for 2 reasons. First of all, people are very friendly. And second of all, I believe that there's loyalty among the market. So if you can actually make some clients, they will respect you and they will grow with you. So that's very, very good. I have heard that other markets in the United Kingdom, they're more aggressive and people actually fight price more than loyalty. So it doesn't matter that you land a client, maybe he will leave the next week or so. So Scotland is a place that I really fund. It has given me so much. So I'm very grateful towards it. Entrepreneurship-wise, international entrepreneurs like you and me, we have a hard time, I think, because we come from no background in the country. So opening bank accounts, getting driving license, building a credit check, all those things are complicated enough. So you are adding the pressure, the stress, the mental challenges of being an entrepreneur, plus all the international challenges that you're getting, makes it very hard. But I do believe that there's a lot of support as well. RBS is there. There's also the SIEC, I think is Fresh Ideas. Yes. There's several competitions. There's Scottish Edge. There's several. I have not competed to a lot of them just yet. Because I got my funding from abroad. So all the coffee that you see here was funded by a group of companies in Guatemala. So I presented my idea to them. They liked the idea, and they did a deal where I was going to keep 100% equity. So I'm owner of 100% of Caribbean Goods. Yep. But they were going to fund the product. I will sell it, and I will repay them with a fee. So that's how am I doing it. They pay everything up front. I'm selling it, I get all the money, and I pay them back.
Okay, so it's a lot of trust we have in you, and I'm not surprised.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Okay, by the way, we are at Javier's storage unit. How many coffee right here, right now?
So when it first came, I imported 7,700 kilos of coffee. And right now, there's around 4,200. So I have sold 3,500 kilos of coffee, literally by knocking doors, which is something that I'm very proud of. When I bought all the coffee, I have never done it before. I did not have any clients. A lot of people were saying that I was crazy. It was funny because you could see everything full. There was another pallet there full of coffee. Everything was a little bit higher. Where am I right now? Each of them is classified. So where you're sitting, it's one lot. There's another lot. So
what does it mean, classified?
I bring coffees from different regions of the country. So for instance, the one that you're sitting at right now is from Huehuetenango, which is a very, very nice region of coffee. The one that I'm sitting right now is from Fraijanes. So these are different regions. Coffees have different taste. So I'm selling specialty coffees. They all compact in grain pro bags, which gives another layer of protection. But what I do is I travel back home, I taste the coffees, and I find unique flavors.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So for instance, the one that you're sitting right now, that one has some citric notes. So it's a coffee with some touches. Imagine oranges, maybe some vanilla. So yeah, while this one has more of a chocolate taste, cinnamon, chocolate, dark chocolate, milk. So
that sounds amazing, guys. I'm like in coffee heaven.
So yeah, what I do is basically sommeliers are for wines. They're experts in wines. I'm a coffee expert, and I'm choosing the best coffees. I'm bringing them here.
That's amazing. So what did you study in Strathclyde?
So I'm in Guatemala. I have a degree in engineering. I worked there for 3 years. While I was working, I studied a diploma in finance. And then I did a master's in finance in Strathclyde.
Yes. Why master in finance and why Strathclyde? Why Scotland?
Yeah. So when I came to Scotland for the first time 5 years ago, I was visiting France, and I came for the weekend, and I was in love with this place, and I said,
"Oh my gosh, really?
Yes,
read the story."
Yes, that's how I ended up in Scotland. I went to Edinburgh, and I was telling my dad, he was with me, and I told him, I don't know why, but I feel this place is calling me. This land wants me here. So yes, so I chose Scotland, and then I chose to do the masters in Scotland. So I applied to 2 universities, Strathclyde and the University of Edinburgh. I got accepted from both, but back then, I don't know, Strathclyde sounded better, sounded more exotic. So,
what about entrepreneurship? How did it come up?
I am the second generation of entrepreneurs. So my dad is an entrepreneur. He had successfully built 3 companies with over 20 years of operations. So he has several employees. And I think that entrepreneurship was taught to me since very, very young. I always grew up thinking that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I never grew up thinking I want to be the manager of a company. But my dad always pushed very hard the studies. So I do have all the studies and all the work experience to actually be in managing positions. But I enjoy what I do. I feel that I don't know what I'm going to do every day, which is very exciting.
It's like we were talking about this, it's very challenging, but you can learn something new every day.
That is true.
And this is amazing, especially if you're in not your home country. It's even more opportunities to learn something new. But about entrepreneurship in general, so you just finished your degree.
Yep.
When the idea of import-export coffee
came. And
yeah.
so today I was talking about that with Oscar, my intern. Actually, he's joining us here today. But I was telling him that because they asked him a little bit about the history of Caribbean Goods and the vision and the mission.
Yeah.
So how did I end up doing this? I liked Scotland, and there were two visas, the work visa or the entrepreneurship visa. It was hard because when I applied for the entrepreneurship visa, they asked for a business plan.
Yeah.
So during the day, I was doing my dissertation of my master's in finance, and during the night, I was doing my business plan. So I was sleeping 4 or 3 hours a day because I was finishing. I had an alarm at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. I was stopping finance and I was starting entrepreneurship. So.
But why exactly Caribbean goods? Why exactly coffee?
I'm Guatemalan, and I have always heard that you should. Well, my dad always told me that I should push my strengths in doing this. My mom, she has the biggest heart on the planet, and she's always saying that she will support us.
Yeah.
And my brother, he's always there. Actually, when I was starting everything, I had a lot of questions, and the first person to go was my brother. He's my best friend, and the original name of the company was Tropical Caribbean Goods. People call me Tito. So it was TCG, which was Tito Gutiérrez, that's my last name, and Carlos Gutiérrez, that's my brother's last name.
So
but then I found that the name was very long, so I chopped out the tropical, and I just kept Caribbean Goods, and that's for Carlos Gutiérrez, so that's my brother. So yeah.
Okay. Is he back in Guatemala?
He's studying in Argentina right now. He's living in Buenos Aires. So
That's so exotic.
yeah, it is. He's in the South Pole, and I'm in the North Pole. So
Is it difficult to be that far from your home?
it is. Sometimes it is. Especially when I go back. Lately I'm going back for business rather than pleasure. That makes it very complicated because I'm going back to look for farms, try some coffees, instead of going to spend time with them.
Yeah.
Living is always hard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that what pushes me to always go forward is the future. I love a phrase that is respice finem, which means in Latin, always look at the end, look for the end. So I'm always looking 10 years ahead, 20 years ahead. Well, I was discussing a week ago that I brought 7,000 kilos with no clients. So I'm an optimist because I always thought of myself selling everything. So I was like, why not? It's just, and every time I discuss it with people, there were some people saying that I was crazy, others saying that makes sense. I always anticipate problems, so I will try to never get into something that I believe that I cannot do. So if there's something that I'm hesitating, there's a saying in Spanish, ante la duda no se actúa, which means when you're hesitating, don't do anything. So if I'm hesitating, I will not do it. But if I'm convinced that I can do it, doesn't matter that it's something extremely complicated, I will always go for it. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Do you have something that you believe you can do?
That I cannot do?
Yeah. I doubt it so much.
I don't know. That's like an interview question. I don't know the answer for that. What should I say now? No, I mean...
Okay, I rephrase it. Do you have some areas which you feel like not very confident in? Something like sales, you're obviously very, very confident in.
Yeah.
Pitching, confident.
Yes.
Financials, confident. You have masters
Yes.
in that.
But something that I don't feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I'm not that good with social media, which is something that I've been struggling with lately. But more than that, I feel that there's new clients and new people that I'm starting to feel old-ish. I'm 27, but I'm starting to deal with people that are 17, 18 years old, that I do feel a gap in the way that they relate.
Where do you see those people?
When I'm talking about, because lately there's a new hype and trend of coffee, and I have met some baristas, I have met some people that are 17, 18 years old, that they're talking about YouTube channels, they're talking about influencers, people that I honestly do not know.
This video for YouTube.
Yeah, okay. Oh, thank you. Yes, hope to see me there. So things like that. Does that make sense? I'm very confident on the coffee that I'm bringing, the quality, the price, and everything is very, very good. But sometimes spreading the message in the correct format makes it complicated because the people that I talk to, I have not fully grasped what channels they use and how they use it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I have gotten a couple of sales through Instagram, and my Instagram is very poor. So I feel that the word of mouth is very important in this business.
Yes, it is. So you're the first person in our entrepreneurial network who start getting interns.
Okay.
I think. No, it's not right.
No, Sonic Pocket has some interns.
Oh, okay. You're
Yes.
the first in the group of people with whom we started at the same time.
Yeah, that has interns. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Irina and I have been thinking about getting intern on board as well.
Okay.
And working on it very hard. So tell your experience with that. Is it difficult?
I think that the most difficult part is, it's going to sound very basic and very obvious, but to know what you're going to ask your intern to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do feel that you need an intern.
Yeah.
But when he hits and when he enters, you're like, yeah, but he will ask you, what should I do? So you need to have like a strategic idea of saying, okay, when he enters, the first 2 weeks, he's going to be doing this, or she's going to start doing this. But if you don't have a proper plan for it, he will just wait for you to give whatever you're going to give.
Yeah.
And he's going to be losing time. I've been working indirectly with some other people in Guatemala, coffee tasters that actually helped me to do this. And that happened actually. I paid, and when I paid them, they were saying, okay, what should I do? And I was like, do this. And when she finished it, she was asking me, what should I do now? And I did not have a second step. And I was saying, okay, let me think. But that made me lose time, and that I was paying. So it's going to sound very basic, but just
it's a good advice, I think, right?
Yes.
So plan your employees' work in advance. It totally makes sense.
Yeah, so far Oscar is helping me with the culture of the company. He's going to be helping write down everything that I have not written down. For instance, I do have a vision, a mission. There's a culture, there's a history, there's why we're doing this. There's theory of coffee that I have in my head, but there's nothing written. So Oscar is shadowing me right now, and he's going to be writing everything down.
What about mission? I want to hear. How does it sound?
So it's our vision is to basically, we vision a beverage market in the United Kingdom with a higher standard, with higher quality. So that's why the name of the company is Caribbean Goods and not coffee, because there's other goods like cacao, which will be like hot chocolate that we can actually.
I love hot chocolate.
Yes, they're offering some specialty cacao. There's other things that we can actually do, and we're gonna be focused on improving the beverage industry in the United Kingdom as a whole. So I was telling Oscar that my dream is one day to travel to a random city, I don't know, Liverpool, Manchester, and someone recommending my coffee to me. That would be the best thing on the planet. Someone saying, look, you should buy this coffee, it tastes like this. I'll be like, yes, I know, go for it, keep going, keep going. So yeah, that's my dream, that's my vision.
I believe it's gonna happen. What about the next steps for business? So
right now, we are very close to secure a very big deal that actually is gonna remove almost every bag of coffee that you see here. We are right now, this week, we're securing the second container to import. So we're looking for a similar size but more specialized products, things that have never been in the United Kingdom. We're very excited. They're offering cacao and sugar as well. I don't think I'm gonna do that in this container, maybe in the next one. And so a lot of things to look forward to.
Are you planning to expand further to England?
Yes, so far I'm selling in the north part of England, but in April I'm gonna go to London to try to get some.
In April?
Yes.
In a few weeks?
Yes.
What about coronavirus?
Business is more important. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, I have my tickets to London in April because I want.
Is it like a trade show or something?
No, I'm going actually to look for clients. So I want a couple of London-based clients. More than the money, I do want the reputation that it comes with it. A lot of people, they get influenced a lot, and if you say I'm selling to London, they feel that, I don't know why they do that, but they feel they're a more formal company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I do want to get one or two there, just to move some coffee, but more than that, to to get some more clients. The more the merrier. I want to have all the clients in the world.
Oh my gosh, that's the spirit. What about Russia?
Russia, at some point, yes, I need to speak Russian. I mean, if I can get a couple of Russian girls that help me, yes. No, but definitely, there's coffee everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world. I have all the contacts. I keep saying that I'm like a filter. I have tons of coffee farms that do not speak English, that they're remotely, they cannot do everything.
Yeah.
So I gather them all to me, bring them in here, and spread it to all the coffee roasters.
That's amazing.
So, and I can do these filters everywhere. In Russia, Canada, Japan,
Here you go.
United States, so everywhere. So
Here they go.
yes.
Cool. Thank you very much, Tito, for this interview.
Thank you.
We will move for Blitz round.
Okay.
Blitz round is 5 questions.
Okay.
Very short answers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Javier, I always switch in between Javier and Tito. So
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want, right?
Yes.
So, 5 questions. First one, what are your top 3 places in Scotland?
Glasgow, Edinburgh, Inverness.
Ooh. Okay.
Is that like really
Yeah.
fast, right? Okay.
Good. What does that mean to be an entrepreneur?
Stress, a lot of pain, but amazing rewards.
I see like blood tears.
Yes.
What is the most important thing in life?
Family.
6 in a row! Give me 5, man! Coronavirus though. Do you want to travel? And if you want, where would you go?
Canada.
And where do you see yourself living in 5 years?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe my dream is to... No, don't record this because can you stop it? Okay. Well, I don't know. Somewhere, I have no idea.
Tell me your dream.
Canary Islands.
Hey, yay!
Yes.
Tenerife, I will come.
Yeah.
To visit.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you can give me to see this
Yeah.
coffee.
Definitely. So this is some of the green coffee that I have.
Irina? You can do.
So each coffee is weigh 30 kilos. So very heavy.
Oh my gosh! This looks amazing.
Just like this.
This looks.
So if it smells different, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Follow Caribbean Goods social media and stay tuned for the next interview with Scottish entrepreneurs.